Hey everyone, happy Thursday. Welcome to Thankful Thursday, where we talk about gratitude every week because gratitude is like our superpower, right? We can access gratitude and it puts us in that state of abundance. And therefore, we start paying attention to all those amazing things that we have in our life and really appreciating what we do have instead of focusing on what we don't. And we can use that to get through some tough times. So I'm excited to be here today. It looks like everyone's checking in. I love it. Hey, Chuck, thanks for joining today. Appreciate that. Hey, Cindy, hope you're doing well. Good afternoon. Hey, Stephanie, good to see you on here. I hope you're doing well too. Love it. Well, thanks everyone for joining today. I am Kylene with Rise, Shine, Smile. We've done a little bit of changing here. We've kind of gone from weheart.biz, and I've really found a love and a passion for the mindset and yoga side of things. And so I'm really going to try to brand everything around my riseshinesmile.com now to focus on how I can help people holistically with yoga and mindset, and really help everyone just continue to move forward through life with more joy, smiles, fulfillment. That feeling of unstuck, hopefully starts to go away as you start to take care of yourself. So that is the new logo up in the corner. You can see that, Rise, Shine, Smile. I'm really excited about it, and it's there's more to come with that for sure. But I just wanted to share that little bit of what we're doing behind the scenes. Aaron's been really helpful with that. So I'm excited to be here today. Talking about fear, right? Fear is something that shows up for all of us, and that's okay. I just want to start by saying it's okay. Fear is there for a reason. It's just deciding what you do with that fear when it shows up, right? And so as we move into the new year, a lot of us like to make new goals. We like to make plans. We like to dream big. I hope we're dreaming big, right? And when you're doing that and you're thinking about that possibility, fear can show up. And fear shows up with anxiety, stress, feeling overwhelmed. Maybe you get kind of just stuck and paralyzed. I know that happens to me sometimes when new things come my way. I can't seem to get moving forward, right? So I really have to rely on these tools to help me to move forward and keep moving forward with my dreams. And so that's why I wanted to share it with you all, because change happens. Change, whether or not it's purposeful or not, change still happens in our life. And we can control some things. We can control the thoughts that we think about. We can control our behavior, and we can control like the things that we visualize, the outcomes that we visualize to happen. That's what we can control. We can't control the events. We can't control other people's actions. We can't control what people say, all of that stuff. Those things just happen, but we get to control how we respond. And I've talked about that before. The whole formula from Jack Canfield is E plus R equals O. So the event, those are those things you don't have control. They happen. They just happen. But you can control how you respond to those events. And then that leads to the outcome that you experience in life. And so if the outcomes you're experiencing aren't necessarily matching what you're wanting, then you have to learn from how you responded, learn from how you showed up, learn from what you said, learn from what you whatever you did, however you responded, learn from that and then continue to try different things as you continue to move forward. Um, I think coming back to learning to understand what you can control. If you're trying to control things that are way outside, you really can't influence it, if you will, like the weather, for example, you have zero control over that. But if you choose to let the weather impact you negatively all the time, guess what? You're going to have more negative come back to you. And so why not get yourself in that headspace? And that's where gratitude comes in. And I'll share that here in a little bit. But just appreciating that. Like, I think if anyone is on the Daily Gratitude channel on Bali with our success group, Aaron shared in there that he was grateful for all the rain that we were having today because we really needed it here. So yes, osg.lang/Bali. Thank you, Aaron, for sharing that. That is where you can share your daily gratitude. And it's really fun to listen to what other people are grateful for. And then you can also, for me personally, it builds me up. I get excited. I love hearing what other people are grateful for. It inspires me to keep moving forward. So try it out. Maybe you'll have the same feeling when you're on that channel. So I would check that out. But coming back to change, coming back to making goals for yourself, coming back to the new year, the new you, right? A lot of people like to say that. Whatever it is for you, that fear is going to show up because that fear means that you are moving outside of your comfort zone. My favorite quote is, everything you want is on the other side of fear, right? So that's where all your dreams are. That's where your wishes are. That's where that life you desire is, outside your comfort zone, or on the other side of fear. Because if it wasn't outside your comfort zone, you would already have it, right? Because you just go for it. But that fear is there holding you in that safe place. And that's your brain's job, right? To keep you safe. But what fear really is, and I think there's different acronyms that go around, but fear for me, fantasized experiences appearing real. So we just imagine these outcomes that really are not, they haven't happened before, but we imagine. And sometimes we can imagine the worst case scenario, right? And that's what keeps us safe. That's what keeps us stuck. That's what keeps us living in that comfort zone instead of really reaching to get outside of it to really feel fulfilled in life and share your gift with the world. So if you could think about fear in that way, I think it's really important. Now, sometimes fear really does show up. Maybe your life really is in danger, or someone else's life, and the fear shows up. That's okay. You get to evaluate that. But most of the time, with what we're talking about here, when we're talking about reaching your goals and just getting outside of your norm, your normal behavior, your normal actions, that's when that fear shows up. And like I said, it shows up in different ways. It can show up as, like I said, worrying and stress and anxiety and overwhelm. You might, like I was saying, I get paralyzed. I kind of just stop what I'm doing and I overanalyze. That's one of the ways. I don't know how it shows up for you for fear. Feel free to share that if fear shows up differently for you. But it's a real feeling, and it's something that you need to acknowledge. You need to feel that fear, embrace it, and just take a baby step moving forward. Doesn't mean you jump in, right? You can take a baby step, survive that risk. And once you survive that risk, you build that confidence for yourself, that trust with yourself that you can do it. You did survive it. And let's say you failed. Let's say it didn't end up how you thought. But failure is not a bad thing. Failure is just one step closer to reaching your goal, right? So looking at that experience that didn't go as planned and learning from it. What worked? What didn't work? What could I do differently? And then know that this didn't go as well. This didn't go like I had planned. But I still survived it. I'm still standing. I still have my family and my friends. I still have my trust and belief in myself. I survived it, and I can keep moving forward. So I think coming back to those things and really educating yourself on that experience and what it meant for you. And that just takes time to reflect back after an experience, after you do try to get outside that comfort zone. Maybe you just take a few minutes to journal or talk it through with someone you trust. That's just going to be a genuine supporter of you. We talked a little bit about, I think it was last week, where we talked about, surrounding yourself with the right people, surrounding yourself with positive people, growth-minded people is so important, especially when you're talking about growing and getting outside your comfort zone. It's so important to have those people around you that believe in you, that trust you, that'll give you that honest feedback, and the honest feedback in the hopes that it's a positive way of delivering it, not looking for ways that you will fail. They're being genuinely supportive. Genuine is the word I was looking for. So the other thing that you can do when you really start to figure out, okay, what is it that I need to do? Where do I want to be? What do I want to achieve this year? What do I want to offer? Whatever it is, practice acting as if. So act as if it did happen, kind of trick your mind, if you will. And it's really, really powerful. You sit up straight in your chair, you smile, you show up more confident, right? You just, I guess I can't really think of the right word, but I was just saying, the confidence that you have when you really truly act as if, you start believing that it's possible for yourself. You have to believe it to achieve it. You really have to believe that your goal, your desire, your dream, your wish is truly possible for you. And so once you do that, you can believe and act as if, and really start to play that part already, even though it hasn't necessarily happened. And then this is where gratitude really comes into play here. You have to make that commitment to yourself to feeling good. So that means you come back to gratitude here. This is where every morning or throughout the day or whenever it is, you come back to appreciating what it is that you do have instead of focusing on what you don't. So maybe you're not at that end goal, but guess what? You're a few steps closer to getting to that goal. So let's celebrate that. Let's appreciate that you're on this journey and appreciate what you have experienced. It's really, gratitude really is a powerful tool. So even when the fear shows up, yes, believe it until you achieve it. I love it. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. It's so true, right? If you don't believe it, and personally, I have gone through this so much, and that's why I'm so thankful I have these tools and I can more understanding and insight to what's really happening here. But fear has been a huge, huge thing for me, and it's really kept me playing it safe. And because I didn't trust myself, I didn't believe it was possible for myself. I wanted it, but I didn't necessarily believe it right away. That comes across in my message to people, because I'm not, you're not going to trust someone who is not trusting themselves, right? And so for me, having that insight, that understanding, and just the gratitude and appreciation for experiencing that and learning about that is huge. And what does that do? It creates more positive emotions inside and allows you to continue to move forward. So hopefully that is making sense a little bit. Gratitude also is just really powerful, again, when the fear is showing up. So let's say you're taking that first step, you're sharing your new business, whatever it might be, and you're scared, right? You start to get anxious and worry and all these things that you don't have control what other people think, right? You just have to believe that it's possible for you and that it is going to be a success for yourself. But when that fear and those emotions start showing up, you can choose to come back to gratitude in that moment, appreciating that, hey, I am at this point in my life, and I can be, you can go ahead and post that, Erin. I can appreciate that I'm at this time and I'm experiencing this, and that I am ready to move forward, and come back to gratitude with that. Aaron wrote, I love that you shared fear is not bad. Good or bad, it's just a label we can use. We can choose to label things any way we want or not label them at all. Just accept. I love that, Aaron. Thank you for sharing that. That's so true. We do. We put labels, we put names, all that, and it's our way, I guess, of training our brain of this is an expectation, right? Again, understanding what's happening. But what if you just are present? What if you're in the moment? What if you, in yoga, I like to say, ground yourself on your mat, just be okay in your space. Know whatever shows up, it's okay. You can't control it. You get to control how you respond to it and continue to move forward. So, yeah, that's great, Erin. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. So the other thing, when you're looking at your dreams, when you're looking at your goals, when you're looking at your plans, whatever it is, and the fear starts showing up, break it down. This is another thing that's really been beneficial for me is you break it down into small, manageable pieces. And then, like I said before, you take that first step, right? You survive it, you learn from it, you build that trust, you build that confidence with yourself. And then you go forward in the next step. And then the next step, it may take longer than you think it should, but that's okay. You're still moving forward instead of just staying back and never starting at all. So those small bite-sized pieces are so important. You must believe, but you must plan. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to just show up without kind of a desire to move forward. Those action steps are really important. That's one thing that with Aaron's success planner that he has for your big goal for 2023 that I'm working on, there are those action steps in there which are so important because it gives you that tool, it gives you that next step to take instead of getting lost in all the possibilities. So I love that, Cindy. Thank you for sharing. The plan is really important to this. Yeah. Yep. And then I think we've kind of mentioned this before, but maybe we didn't really put it into words, but letting go of the outcome, really just appreciating what's coming. What did you experience from that? And instead of feeling like your world is over if it's not successful, really appreciate that journey that you've been on. I look back at the last 3.5 years and it's been lots of ups and downs, but I am a better person as a result of those challenges. I've had to dig deep. I've had to learn how I respond in certain situations. I've really had to pull and understand where my strengths are and where other areas of my life where maybe I just need to work a little bit harder. Maybe I need to ask for help. All of this stuff comes with time. It's part of the journey. And really, that's what life is all about, enjoying that journey instead of just working so hard to get to an end goal. And then you celebrate. You got to celebrate along the way or you're going to miss out on a lot of life. And then imagine the best outcome. Again, I've shared that kind of throughout this too, but really believing it and believe in favor of yourself. Believe that this vision I have, this goal I have, this life I want, it is possible. Or I wouldn't have had that vision. That wouldn't have been able to be possible for me if it wasn't true. And imagine the best case scenario and use affirmations, affirm that it's already happened. Use all of these tools that can really help get yourself in the right headspace as you move into embracing your fear. And a lot of times when you go into transition or things happen that are different, that change, that's when all of this is really important to come back to. It's not only when you're just setting your goals for 2023, this happens throughout the year, every day. But you can come back to gratitude here to really help process that experience for yourself and just accept that change happens and change is good, right? Sometimes I think, I don't know, I feel like things really do happen the way they're supposed to. as long as you are willing to learn and grow and continue to move forward. It's all a learning opportunity. It's all an experience. And like Erin said, taking those labels off, if it was good or bad, it was an experience that you had, and it's changed who you are, and you can choose to find the positives of it, or you could choose to find the negatives, but that's not really going to continue to move you forward, right? So choosing those positive ways. So the what ifs that show up, I wanted to share this. It was, what if I fail? You could change it to, what if I succeed? What happens then? Or what if I'm not good enough? But what if I already am? What if I already have everything that I need? I just need to do it, right? So what if I already am? I like that one. And what if I'm on the wrong path? What if I'm where I need to be right now? And so when you think of these reframing what ifs, it's really powerful in how it instantly goes from a negative to a positive. And then you can build upon that with gratitude and get yourself in that healthy headspace to continue moving forward, surviving fear, and know that it's our brain's way of keeping us safe, but we get to address how we respond and continue to move forward by using these tools. So that's a little bit what I have about fear and fear of change, and how you can use gratitude and belief in yourself, and how you just, you have to, everything you want is on the other side of fears. So you have to understand that if that dream was easy, you'd probably already have it, right? So know that it is going to be a little bit outside that comfort zone for yourself, but you are worth it. Believe that you have everything you need to make it happen, and take that first step. That's what I can encourage you to do. I just look at my journey, and when I started, I was in my comfortable career, and I jumped out and started something completely new with the support around me. And man, at first it was all exciting, and then it got real, and then the negative thoughts started popping in, and then the fear really started to take place. And then I had to dig deep, and I had to keep learning, and I'm still learning every day and growing every day. So this isn't something that just goes away. It's something that becomes a way of thinking. And these are tools and habits that you can develop for yourself. And I hope gratitude is something that you really truly implement in your life, because it is going to help you when change does happen in your life, or transition, or when that fear shows up, when you're doing something really outside your comfort zone. Really just come back to gratitude, come back to your breath, and pause before you respond, and really evaluate, is this something that I'm just imagining, or am I really in danger? And is it going to get me one step closer to achieving my goals? And then you can respond in a way that's going to give you the best outcome that you can have in that situation. And so that's a little bit what I want to leave you guys with today. If anyone has any stories about fear, how it showed up for you in your life, please feel free to share. The reframing the what ifs, I hope especially as you start 2023, maybe that's just something that, like, I don't know if you write it down or you keep it in front of you, just reframing those what ifs, the negatives, into those positive thoughts. What if I succeed? What if I already am good enough? I already have all the tools I need. I just have to believe in myself enough and believe it is possible for me to achieve this. And what if I am right where I need to be right now in this moment? What if that's where I'm supposed to be, and that's the next step to get to where I want to go? It's just a choice in how you look at things, and I think it's really powerful when you choose the positive or the negative, and understand what fear really is all about and why it's there. And then you can really feel fulfilled and have more smiles and just really enjoy life to the fullest with true fulfillment. That's my wish for all of you, is to have that fulfillment in your life and true happiness and smiles and all that good stuff. Again, we can't control all of the events in our life. We can't control that part, but we can control how we respond and continue to move forward. So I want you all to have the best 2023 as well as years beyond that. But I think as you start this new year, maybe just have these thoughts, write them down, and see how it can work for you and see what happens. I hope that this was helpful as just a little reminder. Again, gratitude is something we all know is important, right? It's not anything new. It's just being intentional about our thoughts. It's being intentional about being grateful and writing it down, sharing it on Bali, wherever it is. It's just being intentional with really truly appreciating what you have instead of what you don't. And then just watch the magic happens when more starts coming to you. And that's my wish for all of you. So if you guys want to thank you for your words of wisdoms. Change is usually good. Keeps life interesting. Yeah, that's so true. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, you're welcome, Cindy. Thank you for joining today. If you guys want to join us on Bali and the Daily Gratitude channel, it's OSG/link, I believe. It was up a little bit. If not, I'll have it up there again. Yes, link/Bali. Join us on there. You can just type out what you're grateful for if you're not comfortable being on camera. You can just record your voice, or you can do the video. It's really up to you. It's just really empowering to see how other people are really truly appreciating their life, and that creates that positive vibe, and that creates a ripple effect. And plus, it allows you to get in the habit of being in that gratitude mindset. So if you guys could check us out over there, that would be awesome. Hey, Michelle. Great reminders. You're welcome. It is a reminder. We've none of this is brand new. It's just a different, being intentional again with our thoughts, because we all deserve to enjoy life and have believe in ourselves. We're all amazing people. We all have these gifts that we need to share with the world, and so let's not let fear hold us in our comfort zone. Let's really let our light shine, if you will. It's really important. So so check us out over at osg.link/Bali. Share what you're grateful for over there. That would be wonderful. If you still want to try yoga, chair or gentle yoga, I'm always open to sharing. You can sign up for a free class if you just want to show up or sign up, I should say. Riseshine.yoga. You can sign up for a free class and try it out and see if it's a good fit for you. If you have questions, reach out to me. I just love for you guys to try it out. Yoga is a tool that's been extremely beneficial for me emotionally and physically. And so if I can share it with you all, I will. So you can check that out at riseshine.yoga. But that is it for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week. Bye.